Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome to another exciting episode of Channel X, the only show on Thursdays that starts the weekend early. I am your host, TomDog247, and as always, I'm Tom Dog all day and Tom Dog all night. Ooh, baby, alright. So, yeah, I'm kind of doing the show a little late. I can't not believe what time it is. I'm like, holy shit. It is like midnight here in the East Coast, and I'm like, wow. It was like I was doing some stuff. I was working on a new background, as you can see. Spruced it up a little bit and everything, make it stand out a little bit. Don't like it. Oh well. I made it. You didn't. Next time you make it. so, um, so we got a pretty interesting show here today. Kind of laid back. I'm gonna try to breeze through it as much as I can. Oh, there we go. Don't want no interruptions. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun like we always do. Before we do that, let's do the shout outs and the plugs that we usually do and everything. So, big shout out to my good friend Josh over on Absolute Talk with Josh Albert. He has a wonderful podcast. Definitely worth checking out. You definitely don't want to miss his podcast. Check it out. You can go on absolutetalk.podbean.com. Has everything you need to know, everything where you need to go as far as going wherever it is you want to listen to podcasts. So definitely check that out. Or you can just download the Podbean app. Download it on your phone right now. You can check it out. Definitely don't want to miss out on a wonderful, wonderful podcast. Just like trying to get an order here. Oh, gotta be careful. Don't drop the Don. Maybe we'll see him later on tonight. Don't know. Big shout out to the Super Retro Throwback Reviews. How you guys doing? They also have an wonderful podcast. Go ahead, check them out. Wherever you can listen to podcasts, definitely worth checking out. It's an awesome show. Worth every moment of it. And while you're listening to the podcast, watching my show, and all that good shit, why don't you go order some spooky dolls or spooky artwork or spooky prints made by Vicky Van Gogh at Creep Me Out Creations. She does amazing work. You can definitely check her out check out her work and buy some of her stuff over on eBay or at Etsy. You don't want to miss out on that. These are amazing work. I have a print that she did. It's amazing. You'll love it just as much as I do. You can follow her on Instagram at Vicky Van Gogh. Definitely worth checking her out. Don't want to miss the wonderful work that she does. Big shout out over to everybody over on Facebook, Gamer Pros and Fandom Life and Gamer Geeks. We all have a good time, and you will too. Just tell them Tom Dog sent you. Big shout out to Melly Playful over on YouTube. Wonderful show that she does. Go ahead, check her out. She always has a great time playing some wonderful games, and you'll be entertained as well. And of course, big shout out to Marissa and David. Have a great weekend, you two. Going to be a lot of fun. Hey, we're in the East Coast. It's going to be in the 60s tonight, this weekend. So, yeah, we're in January, and it's going to be 65 this weekend. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Oh God. All right, this is actually funny. Got a little bit of funny news. Actually, no, we'll share that later on. We'll actually share that later on. But it is actually kind of funny. Oh God. Hold on a second. I apologize. Oh boy. All right. Sorry about that. Anywho, um, so yeah. Anyways, so yeah, I'll show that later on. I'll show that later on and everything because we're gonna be breezing through a lot of this stuff anyways. Um, so so let's see. I gotta. Yeah, just bear with me, folks. I'm just going crazy today. Let's see. No. I'm trying to figure out something. I know I probably shouldn't be doing it while doing a live broadcast, but oh, I'll figure it out later. I shall figure this out later because I don't know. Anywho, um, damn, what was I gonna say now? Okay, so yeah, we got some interesting. So yeah, the Pokemon thing happened today. The Pokemon Direct, and it was actually pretty good. They um they announced some new stuff that was coming to Pokemon Switch, and that was coming to not Pokemon Switch, but Pokemon um Sword and Shield, and they're going to be getting an expansion pack. There's some mixed reactions to those who don't really quite understand what this expansion really is. Um, and I'm here to clarify that for everybody that are still confused about the expansion that's going to be coming later this summer and later this fall. Um, in June and sometime in the fall. And Anyway, oh boy. One of the things that, um, one of the things that was brought up was the was the price. Now, this new expansion is going to be $30. So that means when you get this new expansion, you don't have to worry about it. Um, Now the only part is it going to be a separate expansion? If there's going to be two separate expansions, or you pay for just that one expansion and that's it? I don't know. Because technically it runs to $60. It will run to $60 anyways. Excuse me, because you got the first pack, the Isle of Armor, which is going to be coming out in June, and then you have Pokemon Crown, which is going to be coming out in fall. Um, forgot what I was going. Yeah, never mind. But the Crown Tundra. That's the name of the that's going to be. Now it's going to be now it's available for pre-purchase in the eShop today, and it's going to have some. They're going to add some more. They're going to be adding some more Pokemon, and everything. It looks amazing. It really does. I know. I don't give a shit. I love Pokemon. Okay, so sue me. um, I played every one except for Black and White. Um, that was the only one I haven't. That and Sun and Moon. Those are the only two I haven't played. But, um, but yeah, I mean, it looks amazing. I'm like addicted to this game. I really am. I'm really addicted to this game. And so yeah, this um this expansion pack is going to be pretty cool. And so they got some new Pokemon, some new characters as well, and I think it looks great. Okay, so I'm on the Pokemon website, and it's gonna say, okay, so if you have Pokemon Sword, you will need to purchase the Pokemon Sword expansion pass while you have Pokemon Shield. Well, if you have so yeah, you would have to. So there's two separate expansion passes, one for Shield and one for Sword. They're both gonna have. So, yeah, they basically go into detail of what's going to be happening. Um, and when you pre-order the expansion for either Sword or Shield, so there's going to be two different there's going to be two separate games, and they're both going to coexist with whichever Pokemon game you have, whether it's Sword or Shield. Now, since I only have Shield, I'm only going to get the expansion pass, and it's going to be for those two, for both Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. So I have to get used to these new names. So there's going to be two expansions. Both of them are going to be in Sword and Shield, but it's going to coexist with whichever version of that Pokemon game that you have. So if you have so let's say you have Sword, the Isle, you get those two expansion passes, and everything will coexist pertaining to that version as well. And if you have Shield, then everything will coexist with everything with Shield. So it's going to get it is confusing, but it's going to be worth it. Now, if you do have both games, if you do happen to have both games, then you're in luck because well, then you would have to pay for those separately. So when I plan on getting another Switch. But it's gonna be the light. So, and I'm gonna get side. So no. Anyways, so yeah, to answer your question, David, yes, I am going to get that expansion pass. $30, not that big of a deal. A lot of people have there's some mixed reactions to it because of the fact that because I said, why are they doing it this way, and instead of making just re-releasing and releasing the game, just making another game. Why do that? Why go to that trouble to doing that? Because if they just go and just make the game, they're just gonna they're pretty much gonna bundle everything all. It's gonna be a mess. So with this, I think this is better because of the fact that you're only paying $30 for whichever version that you have. $60 if you own two of them. I don't have that much of a problem with it because of the fact that you're only paying $30 for the add-on, and you're getting both the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. So that's a so both of those right there is like $15. So, and not only that, it's cheaper to make because everyone the developers already made the you know, gave out their reason on as to why they there's not a lot of there's only 400 Pokemon as to having all of the Pokédex being on there. And it was a very simple one because there was no way to accommodate all of them because it would just be it would just be too much of a heart, too much of a, too much memory to back up. You know, it would be too much. Now, if Nintendo decides to make a more powerful Switch, then maybe they can re-release it with the expansion pack, and just make it into one big game. They could probably do it that way, but it can only be exclusive for that more powerful Switch. See what I'm getting at? So, but I like the roster. I like the roster. It fits the tone. Story's great. I love it. And this expansion is going to be great. I'm going to get it. I'm definitely going to get it. So, it's going to continue on with the story. I'm almost on my way of beating it. I'm just stuck on getting the last badge. So, I am stuck. So, and I know it was probably a waste of money, but I don't give a shit. I just wanted the Mew that was inside this Pokeball. Ta-da! Got that in the mail. Got that through Amazon the other day. So yeah, I am going to buy that expansion pack, and there's going to be new outfits and everything, new stuff. It looks great. It looks really, really great. So Kim Kardashian has a Froyo machine. I'm jealous now. She has a Froyo machine. Damn you. Damn you. I want a Froyo machine. I'm not kidding. I want one. Hey, Froyo is awesome. I don't give a damn what anybody says. Frozen yogurt is the shit. It really is. So Harvey Weinstein is still in the news, which is good for me because I can still poke fun at him. So yeah, Weinstein's legal team filed an 8-page motion on Wednesday asking that Judge James Burke recuse himself from the case, alleging that he made prejudicial and inflammatory comments about Weinstein. So yeah, this is what Judge James Burke has said. Mr. Weinstein, I could not implore you more not to answer the following question. Is this really the way you want to end up in jail for the rest of your life? By texting in violation of a court order? Is it? The judge, so Weinstein's publicist goes and says, the judge was noticeably irate at Mr. Weinstein's use of his cell phone, but also be sure that Harvey didn't use it with the judge present. Doesn't matter. He should not be on his goddamn phone. I'm sure probably what Weinstein was probably texting and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna grab you. I'm Harvey Weinstein. My shittiest impression of Harvey Weinstein. Don't worry, I'll get out of this and I'll get into you. You know that? Yeah, I don't know if you notice. He's walking around in a walker. He is walking around in a walker. So yeah, today was National Police Appreciation Day. And to celebrate the occasion, Dunkin' Donuts stayed open for 24 hours. So, what else was I going to talk about today? Shit, and I had it written down, and I had it on the description. Don't you hate that? I sure as hell do. Oh, okay. So I did talk about Harvey Weinstein, okay, and I talk about the Pokemon stuff, and I just got to now talk about. Now I just got to talk about Tom Brady retiring. Yes, Tom Brady is retiring. Yes, he is. Tom Brady is retiring from football. So I was going to have Jerry Wise bobblehead come out and say some things in relation to that, but he'll probably be back here next week because he's not feeling good. So yeah. So sorry. But he'll say something next week, I'm sure. So we'll continue that discussion for next week. So I don't know if anybody is familiar with the with this actor. Buck Henry. He's a legend. He was a legendary screenwriter behind The Graduate and What's Up, Doc. He died on Wednesday of a heart attack at Cedars-Sinai Health Center in Los Angeles. He also co-created the original Get Smart series, which ran from TV from 1965 to 1970, and he was also a part of the initial run of Saturday Night Live. He guest hosted SNL for, I believe, for a record 10 times, I think. That's the only place I knew. Yeah, he was hosting the show 10 times between 1976 and 1980. He frequently appeared with John Belushi in the Samurai sketches. So, not to mention there was also one sketch that was kind of cringeworthy. Even back at that time, it was he was a creepy uncle who was being a perv to his young nieces. So but still, it was a very funny sketch. But yeah, Buck Henry dies at age 89. Um, Doctor Strange. There's some Doctor Strange news that we can get out of the way, at least. Director Scott Dickerson drops out of the Doctor Strange sequel. Uh, he steps down as director of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness due to creative differences with Marvel Studios. Ooh. The director who oversaw the first Doctor Strange said the decision to part ways with the studio was mutual and that he will stay on as an executive producer. Oh, okay. Okay. I think it's because of the fact that there's some mixed there's some mixed reactions as to whether or not Doctor Strange is wants to be the sequel to that the sequel is going to be rated R. So I think that's probably the reason why. Um, but it is nice that he's still going to be staying on as executive producer. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Um, so it's gonna be he wants a more scary image to it. So Multiverse of Madness with a name like that, I don't see why not. I'm all for it. But one thing I am kind of upset about, and I'm kind of upset that that Marvel Studios hasn't done it yet. Can we please, can we please have a live action Fing Fang Foom? Can we have Tales to Astonish, please? Now that would make a good horror one because they have some pretty crazy. There were some pretty. They could make it. They could probably make that work. Not to mention, Fing Fang Foom is this mythical. This mystic dragon and everything like that. And I love me some dragons. Oh. So YouTuber um Emma Chamberlain, she has 8.5 million YouTube followers as well as 8.5 million Instagram followers, and she is appearing on the cover of the February issue of Cosmopolitan. So congratulations are in order. Man, I breezed through this episode, didn't I? let's see. What's going on with Jeffrey Epstein? Who keeps roping him in here? Video of Jeffrey Epstein's first apparent suicide attempt was deleted. He... So, yeah. So when the warden asked the two cops that was supposed to be watching Jeffrey Epstein on the night of his suicide, the warden goes, "What the hell happened here?" The two guards said, "Oh, he was just hanging around." Okay. Ooh. Believe me, if I said that when I was on cable access. No, it's not the. No, it would be. I was trying to make the impression of the phones at the studio that I was working for. Here we go. Those phones will be ringing off the hook. Oh yeah, I know what I was gonna do. Okay, so I just wanted to throw out that inappropriate joke. Nah, I don't give a shit. I really don't. So let me set the scene for you before I show you the picture. So here's a little bit of a tip if you're trying to lie to your boss to not show up from work. Make sure if you're showing any proof that it's not photoshopped. This happened to a to an employee, and she tweeted about it, and she said, my co-worker called in yet again, and she said, so a worker's colleague called the person who tweeted this picture that I'm about to show you. She goes, "My co-worker called in yet again and said she had a nail in her tire that caused her to have a flat. I need everyone to stop what they're doing and zoom in to the nail in the picture she sent to my boss." So to reiterate, this chick sent her sent her boss a picture of what was supposed to be a flat tire, and the person who tweeted the picture had to share this because it was funny. and I think she's probably, and I think the person who took this picture with the photoshopped image, and I'm gonna let you decide. So this is going to be a comment topic of the day. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I don't really know. So this is what it is. So here's the screw or nail that's lodged into the car tire. Yeah, that's what it is right there. It looks photoshopped, doesn't it? Well, of course it does. And from what I understand, because of that lie, she got fired. So, when I used to call out of work, not at the current job that I'm working at now, because I love that place too. Oops. Because I love that place too much. I used to work for this supermarket called Stop and Shop. Still there now, but I'm not there now. Anywho, too much politics going on over there, and I just couldn't take that shit no more. I was like, fuck you. But the customers were upset. Because I used to work in the deli, and customers loved me. It's like they never saw anybody cut the cheese. I would cut the cheese better than anybody in there. Customers love me. That's right. You want some good cheese? I'll be more than happy to cut it for you. Not to mention, I had this one woman come in one day and ask me for a pound of my hard salami. Unfortunately, I was dating at the time, and I was like, actually no, I was single. I was single. So I go and say, okay, I'll be out in 5 minutes. I used to get phone numbers when I was working in the deli. Women love a pound of my hard salami. Maybe I should have worked in the produce department. I would have gave them a nice, fresh, ripe banana. Oh man, I would have been a perv. If I ever worked in the produce section. I got some nice zucchini for you. I got a nice fresh cucumber. Well, I think it would turn me on if I saw a female customer squeezing melons. It's like, those are some nice firm melons. Just put them out this morning. The creepy produce man. Hey, I just came up with a sketch for Saturday Night Live. Come on. The creepy produce man. Come on. Come on, how funny. That would be a really funny sketch. It would. Hey. I'm looking at you and I'm looking at you. And you know what? You can go for some zucchini. Just so happens I got a nice long one for you. Nice and fresh. The the produce perv. Oh, man. Oh. The creepy produce guy. Oh, man. That'll be awesome. So, anywho. Well, that's pretty much all the time I have for today. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at TomDog247. I do apologize for the kind of lackluster episode tonight, but this episode went by fast. It really did. I'm not going to lie. So if you are new to this channel, so if you missed any of tonight's episode, you can check us out as soon as I turn off the camera. And if you're new to this channel, leave a like. Comment down below. What do you think about Tom Brady retiring? There we go. That's a nice comment topic to discuss. What do you think? Also, bonus one. Are you looking forward to the Pokemon expansion that's coming out later on this year? So yeah, leave those comments down below. Ringy dingy that bell so you can stay notified of what I'm going to be doing next. And show your love. Since you're new to the channel experience. You already liked the video, you're ringy dingy that bell, you made a comment or two. There's just one more thing you gotta do. And we'll love you for it. Be a part of the channel, be a part of the Bro Pro family by face hugging that subscribe button. We will see you all here next week. Same Tom Dog time, same Tom Dog channel X. Till then, this is Tom Dog saying take care, so long, peace. Gonna play some more Pokemon. Rabble, 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 rabble.